you're logged in, you're going to see a message like this asking you to fill out required information for the league or the tournament. In this case, it's asking for your birthday, your mailing address, your phone number, and the number of years you've been umpiring. So you can enter it here by clicking any of these buttons, but as the message says, if you are a parent and you're adding your minor, you can click this button here to add a minor. It's the same as hitting this green one up on the upper left. And then from here, you'll want to enter your child's information. So I've got some existing children in this test account, so you can select one if you see your kid there, or we can just say new kid and say create child account. Now, because this event requires a birthday, and this is important for making sure you're qualified for certain divisions for umpiring. For example, you don't want to be umpiring a group that's older than your kiddo. So let's, for fun, add a new user here. So let's go. Okay, we're going to create this account. Once your kid's added, you will see them show up right here under your linked minors, and you'll be able to add any other information for them. So just as before, as a parent, you had to enter your phone and address. This one you'll have to enter here as well. You can start typing, and it'll save once you're ready to go. And then you can set your years, the first year you were umpiring. So we'll do that. Okay, so down below, you'll then see your kid, and you'll probably see yourself too. And if you're not umpiring, just ignore it. But as your kid, you can drag and drop them onto a spot. So you can see this event requires you to be at least 15 years old because they are our Babe Ruth games. So you won't be able to assign your kid who's not at least 15 to those games, but you could assign them to any of the other games. So I can drop them over here, and it'll ask you which role they want to be, whether that's the home plate or the field umpire. And that's it. Now you're good to go. Start umpiring. All right, the schedule is open. Let's start assigning. You'll see a page just like this. You can hit clear at any time to remove any of the filters, but in this case, there's 101 games that are available. It'll usually take you to the very first day of the event, but let's say you're interested in just games at a specific field. I'll choose my venue over here and hit to filter, and then it'll take me to the first event at that venue. So now you can assign yourself in a couple of ways. You can take your avatar and you can drag it down. So I'll take Anthony over here and send him onto one of the games. The very first time you're doing it, it will ask you to agree to the terms before you can proceed, but you want to choose your role. Do you want to be home plate? Do you want to be field? And then hit proceed. This will assign you right here. You can see you're part of this game umpiring staff. Now you can do this for all your users, bring them on and choose the role that they're having for that game. If there was a potential conflict, so you see I assigned myself and now I see there's a potential conflict here, that's because I can't be in two places at once. So if I were to try to grab myself and drop me on to another one at the same time, there'll be a big warning that says you can't do that. Now in this case I'm an admin, so it's saying I can proceed and overlap, but we'll hit cancel. If you want to make sure that your games that you're playing on are highlighted, you can do that through the filtering. So I've already got more filters expanded. Let's say the Red Sox. I know Anthony is on the Red Sox, so I'm going to hit him here, and that will show me this little button here to say become a fan of that team. Now I'm already on this team, so it's grayed out, but you just hit that, and then it'll tell you when you're on a particular team, and you'll see a warning like this: you are on this team playing in this game, if you were to try to assign. Now I'm going to clear my filters because it said the Red Sox weren't playing, and that is just not true, and that's because I had the venue filter on as well. So now if I hit the Red Sox, I'll see all of the games for that particular team, so I can avoid playing at the same time. All right, this is the first time Nathan's being assigned, so I'm going to give him home plate. And now let's say Anthony's going to try to officiate with Nathan. There's only one role available. He can only be the field, and we're going to proceed. Now there are some rules for this particular event. I'm going to clear out the filters up here, and you can only have 2 per week. So let's say I try to add Anthony, who's already got 2 to a game. It's not going to let me. It's going to give me a warning that says you already got your max this week. There we go. So Anthony's already assigned to 2 games this week. He reached his limit. So you can go through it that way. Um, Once you do assign yourself, you can see all your assigned games up above and you can cancel any of them. Change your mind, accidentally assign, you can do that. You can also change your assignment. So let me go over here. I'll hit Anthony. Maybe he accidentally chose home plate and really wants to be the field umpire. He can update his role that way. Now I showed you drag and drop, but you can also just click on the game and assign an umpire that way as well. Other fun feature, if you've got your address entered, I know we don't have a lot of field opportunities, but you can sort by the distance to the opportunity, right? So Kirkfield is about 3.9 miles away from where we're at. The closest ones will show first, and the ones that are further away will show on the bottom. So Alsheim is 4.3 miles away for us. After you have your officials assignment, download the Players.Cards Events app and then come over here and say Bozeman or baseball, whatever you want to search for, and you'll see the Bozeman Baseball League will pop up in the results. So we'll select that. And then if you are an official and set up in the system, you're going to see a games officiating section. So and see how we see games officiating. So I'm going to hit that one, and this is going to pull my schedule. So this is where, as a parent, if you are logged in with your email, you're going to have to use that same email address in order to see the officiating schedule. But now this means I'm set up in order to get push notifications and reminders about games that I'm officiating. Another cool feature is if I were to click on one of these games and wait a second, there will be a button about who is officiating. So in this case, I see review officials because we've got officials reviews turned on, and you can submit a review for the other officials that you are officiating with. If you're curious who is officiating with you, one reminder from the app, you can click on any of the games and hit game officials, and it'll pop up a little diagram like this. So you can see who's officiating, if they've got home plate or field, you can see that right from here as well. So thank you for volunteering, and please reach out to me, Lisa at Players.Cards, if you have any questions at all using the experience signing up, grabbing games, or the mobile application. Thank you.